we've got really strong trends pointing in both directions for this ball game. Let's talk about the Colts and the Broncos. And I don't talk about random trends. I talk about meaningful trends. I'm not a trend guy. I'm not an angle guy. But we are interested in teams and their particular roles. And the Denver Broncos have been favored 6 times this year. And the Denver Broncos are 6-0 straight up, 6-0 against the spread as chalk. They've been really, really good in this role. We look at the wins, who they beat as favorites, I should say. Beat the Raiders by 16. They beat the Saints by 23. They beat the Panthers by 14. They beat the Falcons by 32. They beat Vegas again by 10. And then before the bye week, the win over Cleveland, where Jameis's pick sixes certainly helped. But they still won the game by 9 points as 6.5-point chalk. That's 6-0. Straight up, 6-0 ATS, laying points. It's been their preferred role. That being said, the Colts have played 13 games this year. 11 of those 13 games have been decided by single score margins. They're not pulling away from anyone, and they're not getting blown out very often. And when we look at these two teams and where they're kind of both teams coming off the bye week, neither played great in their last contest. But Denver, that was their 3rd straight win, their 3rd straight cover. They're in the 7th spot in the AFC right now. Denver went into that bye a little bit more fat and happy than Indy does. And that worries me with a young team like the Broncos. Indy's not that good, all right? They're okay. Denver's probably the better of these two teams. Not probably. Denver is the better of these two teams, all right? But that's the point spread is the great equalizer. And, of course, right now, look at the Wager Talk free. And it really is a great reference, the Wager Talk free live odds screen. I encourage you to bookmark it and be there all the time because it's a valuable resource for sure. We look at the Colts and Broncos right now. I'm seeing mostly 4s out there, total 44. There are a couple of 4.5s or 4s with additional juice right now for Denver as home chalk. And that point spread is the great equalizer when it comes to a Colts team that plays everybody close. I mean, that has been their MO all year. So we got one team covering as chalk. We have one team that's hanging tough with everyone. But situationally, I do like this spot a little bit more for Indy than I do for Denver. And again, we look at the Colts, and they've been alternating wins and losses the last 4 games. You know, they beat the Jets by a point. They beat the Patriots by the point. It's not like they're winning these games by margin. It's not like they're good enough to win a whole lot of games by margin. But Indy, they have a pass rush. They have they have big play capability. Anthony Richardson's not a guy who we can rely on to march the team up and down the field. But what Anthony Richardson does do, he hits big plays. And that's meaningful. Again, we saw Jameis do that against this defense. And that was as bad as I've seen Denver's defense play all year. But at the same time, in that game against Cleveland, at the same time, it could well be an indicator that Denver's defense, maybe that weak schedule has something to do with the solid defensive numbers. But Indy can hit big plays. Indy's not going to get blown off the line of scrimmage. And when Indy's looking at the standings, they're looking right up at Denver. So to me, this does feel like a field goal type of game. This doesn't feel like a game where the Broncos are going to run away and hide. I understand their success, ATS, as chalk, but I can still only look at Indy in a game that I do expect to be a one-possession game in the 4th quarter. The Colts may well be live to win. So, yeah, give me Indy plus. It's not a client play for me at 4, but it bounces higher. We could certainly get there before Sunday. And, of course, all my plays will be posted for the weekend up on my page, wt.buzz/TC. We do have 5% big ticket going this Sunday in the NFL. I encourage you, don't buy that play if you want to get on board. Again, wt.buzz/TC is my homepage. If you want to get on board, get a package. Don't buy a play. There's 2 great offers right now. One, just for me. Promo code TC365 is going to get you a full year. Every play, every day, every sport, no bait and switch, nothing more to buy, no BS. It's $99 a month. If I'm your guy, this is the deal to get. Again, promo code TC365 at checkout. 1 year all access for just $99 a month. And of course, normally 7-day all access pass is $99 for the week. we're going to give you 3 extra days free. So 10 days, all access, $99. Great time to buy today. Gets you all the football this weekend, gets you all the football next weekend. And again, no promo code needed. Just visit my page, wt.buzz/TC. We appreciate the likes. We appreciate the follows. We appreciate the comments very, very much. Thanks for watching Wager Talk TV, and best of luck with all your bets in the NFL Week 15. Cheers.